Hello, everybody. This is going to be a really good time to find out if 7 p.m. is good for y'all. We're going to have to see who is able to come and who's not. Try to fix that. Which way to go? That way? That way. Oh, just before we went on, I started a Marco Polo with my little sister to tell her about me having to get a job, and she just came back to me, and of course now I'm going, well, now I want to see what she has to say. I have to wait now. Jellybean, buddy. Okay. So how's everybody going? Let me go up and see everybody who's inside. I see Linda Foose, Mary Jane, Bettina is here. Hi, Nancy. Oh, Shirley's here. Hi, Shirley. You've been away celebrating your birthday? Awesome. That's always great. No cell or internet. FOMO and playing catch up. Well, you know what, though? Sometimes it's a good idea just to go somewhere where they don't even have the internet or the cell, and you can just say, sorry everybody, I didn't have a cell. There was no internet connection. I was able to have a really quiet time. Hi, Shelly. Shelly Clark is in the house. And we have Linda, the Irish sail lady. Love the cooler mornings we're having, but gets back into the high 80s by the afternoon. Too hot for me. I'm with you, girly. I went out today to mail some packages. And if you ordered, I think I have 4 people left. 4 people left that I have not completed your mystery box. Because I'm cutting fabric. Like, as I go, I'm just going through, I'm finding, you know, few bolts, pop them on the table, and I'm cutting them for y'all, like, right away. So I think I have like 4 left, so I'm going to be finishing those up. But I've been having lots of boxes to ship out. So today I went out, and by the time I got back home, and y'all, I don't even think it was noon yet. It had to have been only maybe 11:15 or so, and it was already 70. I'm like, really? It is November. I mean, I don't think it's too much to ask. Anywho, MJ is here. Hi, MJ. Oh, that's right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shirley. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Many, many more. Okay, hi, Glennie. Who else is here? Deanna. Hi, Deanna. Hi, Pam. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Sean. Oh, I still haven't replied to you, Sean. Okay, listen, honestly, guys. Y'all, I'm serious. I'm about to get into another conversation. I was just having it with a friend, and this is like a serious conversation that I need to have. Hold on, let me find it. I'm finding this email from Sean, because if I don't go and find it right now, I'm going to be right here going, yep, I'm getting back to Sean, and then I don't get back to Sean. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I pulled it up. Sean? Oh, poor Sean. Sean, oh my goodness. I love you, buddy. Listen, okay. This weekend would be fine. Tell me what time this weekend. I will make it work. Sunday is probably better than Saturday, because they may ask me to start working soon. They're supposed to let me know tomorrow what my schedule's going to be, and I know that they're closed on Sunday. So, look, if you want to book it on Sunday, just send me something, tell me what time. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll put it on my calendar. Boom, bada boom, bada bing, I'm there. I am so sorry. This guy, Sean, you must think I am some sort of nutball. And quite honestly, you'd be right. Oh, for goodness sakes. Okay. Hi, Terry. Anne-Marie is here. Tamala's here. Is that Asia Ramirez? Asia, am I saying your name right? I don't think I've ever seen you here before, so hello. Pam is here. She's a woolly girl. Hi, Patrice. Patty is here. Oh, Asia, you're from the Crafting with Lisa Marie group. I'm so happy you're here. That's awesome. Stick around if you like it. You know what I mean? My channel, like right now, is kind of in a little bit of flux because the people who have been following me for a long time know that for probably the last year, maybe a little bit longer than a year, I've been really trying to make a go of quilting, teaching, selling, YouTubing. I've been trying to make it work for me to work from home. And we've gotten to a point where I need to go back and get a quote unquote real job where I have like actual money coming in, know that the money's coming in kind of situation. So that's going to be starting sometime this week. And so all of my lives and all of this stuff, everything's going to change. I'm going to have a lot of things change. I'm going to still go live on Wednesday nights, but it might have to change to this time, which is 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 Central, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. So I'm kind of getting a feel for this and seeing how it is, because it's going to have to change, and I'm not sure how yet, but we're kind of a tiny bit in flux right now. And Shelly Stewart is here. Oh, that's excellent, Mary Jane. Oh, perfect. Okay, Sean, just tell me a time. Just tell me a time, dude. I'll be there anytime. I'll go look at my calendar right this second, but honestly, I don't think I have anything going on Sunday at all. All right, I'm looking at it right now. Nope, completely clear. November 12th, completely clear. So just tell me a time. You're in Eastern time zone, right? So I'm 2 hours behind you. Anytime. Okay. Patty Tongate's here. Hi, Patty. I hope you're feeling good, honey. B. Fontenot. What does the B stand for? Is that Becky? I don't know why that popped in my head. But I think that there has been a Becky Fontenot at some point. Linda Denton is here. Okay, perfect, Sean. Perfect. That's great. It is Becky. Y'all. Okay, seriously, either I don't know your name or I got like ESP. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so why am I all gussied up? Absolutely no reason. Just for myself. I just felt like it. And honestly, I just put on tiny little bit of makeup, just a little bit. And then I was like, I look a little pale. Let me pop some lipstick on. And really, it's not even a lipstick. It's just like a lip stain kind of thing. I don't know. That's it. Absolutely nothing going on. Oh, Lisa, I love you guys. Linda, I'm not sure yet. They're going to get back to me tomorrow and let me know because they have 2 stores. And so the owners are mostly at one store. And I think that I am mainly going to be at the other store. But they want to train me, like, in both like to be able to do in both stores. So they're coming up with a good schedule where they can train me in both spots. So I'll have like go to this store, then go to that store, and so I'll learn both of them. And then also I'll be training with like the owners, which is good. So yeah, I'm gonna find out tomorrow. Not exactly sure quite yet, but so the long arm. I don't even remember how much I talked to y'all about it yesterday morning. But, right, Patty? But I just kind of had a feeling like somebody was going to be like, why y'all made up? And perfectly good, question, because a lot of times I will, most times when I come on camera, I will pop some makeup on. It just makes me feel better about me. I don't care about nobody else, honestly. I mean, not that I don't care, but I just enjoy it for myself. I really like just putting makeup on. I don't know. I don't use a whole lot. Sometimes I put more on, like if I decide I want to put a little bit of eyeshadow or something on or whatever. But yeah, it just makes me feel better. It makes me feel more confident. Not so I don't think about anything that I don't want to be thinking about. Like, I don't want to have to think, what's my face look like? What does this look like? Blah, blah, blah. And I still have the melasma. And while I'm not so vain that I'm like, whatever. But I also don't want my whole face just to be like jumping out because of melasma. You know what I mean? Anyway, so the long arm. So, the long arm. Okay, here's another thing. If you do not have a long arm, and you're going to get one, I now know, I'm quite certain, I had not been putting the top thread in correctly. Let me explain why. Because they tell you, okay, so you're popping it through the whole thing. If you have worked on a long arm before, you're going to know what I'm talking about. You're popping it, through all the there's 400 different holes you got to put this thread through. Okay, that's number one. Second thing is, because, now I've only ever had computerized sewing machines. So I've never worked with anything else. I had no idea how all of that, I never had to think about it, right? Okay, so people kept saying, you're not flossing it in right, because there's this one dial where you're supposed to floss the thread in, and that's what creates the tension, okay? And I mean, I felt because I kept saying to people, oh no, I've done it 100 times, and I'm pretty sure I'm doing it, because I did a good floss, right? Because people would be like, oh, you're not flossing it in enough, it's not flossed in. All right, so at some point, I want to say probably on Sunday, when my friend was here, I jammed that sucker up there, and I kind of I don't think I heard anything, but I sort of felt something that was a little bit different. And when you went to pull it through the needle, right? Let's say after you do all your stitching and you want to kind of pull it so that you can, okay. You have to pull on that sucker now. And now it's quilting fine. Okay? So when people are telling you to jam it in the discus and that you got to really pull that sucker like you are giving somebody the most giant wedgie you have ever given in your life. Okay? Because when I go to try to if I try to pull the threads, the bobbin thread will come from the bottom easy peasy. From the top, I have to jerk it down. And it's quilting like a dream right now, okay? That's the number one thing I learned. Jam the thread in there. Like you're giving your machine a giant wedgie. Okay? Alright, so that's number one. That's working as far as I could tell. Apparently you have to test the tension and everything every single time you change the bobbin. Every single time you change your upper thread, you have to check it every single time. Have to admit, that's a bit annoying. It really is. However, I have now learned this, so it's all good in the hood on that part. So here's what it's doing now. So now, if any of you guys have Pro Stitcher, seriously, and I've joined all the Facebook stuff, and I'm asking people, and people are very nice, and they are, yeah, people are helping, so it's very nice. But here's the thing. It's also very difficult to find help on the internet, okay? Here's what it's doing. When you are using Pro Stitcher and you are programming the Pro Stitcher to print your design edge to edge. That's the one I'm going to talk about because that's the one I'm going to use the most, and that's what I've been doing right now. When you are programming it in, there are various ways you can do it. If you are putting one design in individual blocks, okay, you can use 4 points to measure that specific box. Bing, 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 okay? And it knows to stay between those 4 points. You pop your design into Pro Stitcher, and then you can skew it. And the reason why you may have to skew it is because quilters are not perfect, so your square may not be perfectly square. Am I making sense? Okay. But what I'm doing is I'm doing edge to edge. So what you do when you are setting your quilting space is you go to the top left of where you want that quilting space to start, and you do a bing, okay? And then you travel the whole machine over to the bottom right. Now, my throat space is 20 inches. I bring it to about 18 or 17, something like that. I don't want to like go all the way hit the wall. I mean, you could, right? But I put it at about 18 or so, all right? And then after that, you can travel it back. That way, you know, it's ready to start because you're going to start over here on the left side, and it travels to the right. And so then you're going to want to grab your edge-to-edge design and pop it up. Now, you can have an edge-to-edge. Anyway, you're going to pop it in there. This is all like the you know, basics of it. Once you pop it in there, you can repeat the design all the way to the right. Or, I mean, you could mix the designs if you wanted to, right? But let's say you're just doing an edge to edge, top to bottom, boom. Okay, so you're going to repeat the design to the right, and depending on how large your panto is, you're going to then repeat it vertically, okay? All right, so in this particular instance, I just thought, I'm just going to do the one row. Let's just do one row. I'm just going to repeat it across the front, and let's just see what happens. Okay, 2 things that are happening that I have no idea what's going on. Number 1, the design itself, I'm doing like some leaves on a leaf design, right? The leaves are not like, because it goes in a certain way that it's going to do the whole design, and then it's going to automatically be in a spot where it starts the next design, and then it goes from there. Okay, makes sense? It connects together, right? That's how the edge to edge are designed to be. So the first thing is, it is not stitching the panto as it should. In other words, it's making the leaves, and it's overlapping a little bit in some spots, so that when it gets back to this spot where it's supposed to just touch and then continue on, it's not even getting all the way to that spot, and it's moving on. So like it's got a gap in it where it's supposed to be touching. That's one thing it's doing incorrectly, and I've only tried the one design, so probably I should try another one and see what's happening. But I'm still listen, that's not even the only thing it's doing. It's also traveling up and to the right. Okay? So instead of going directly across, it's traveling up and to the right. I've checked the encoders. Nothing wrong. I've shut it down, restart it, reboot it, or just shut the whole thing down for like minutes on end to see if it, if it was like some issue there. No. I have no idea, you guys. I have no clue. There's nothing looks wrong. My fabric is not too tight. It's level. And even if it weren't level, it would have been that the top right, to me, would have been the not level part. But that doesn't even matter because it's level. I have my husband's level. It's level. Okay? Y'all, I'm at a complete loss. I don't know what in the world is doing. So now the place where I got my job, the quilt shop, that's where I bought my long arm. So he's great. He's gonna call Baby Lock for me now and again and figure out why is it doing that. Because I was like, okay, I said, well, you've been right the whole time. The tension has been wrong. I have not been threading it correctly. So now I know. And, but I'm like, but now it's doing this other crazy thing and I have no clue what in the world it's doing or what. So that's what's going on right now. That's update on the long arm part number 4,944. Okay. Listen, I'm just coming and I'm just talking about it because nobody ever talks about how big of a pain in the butt a long arm is. Is it going to be worth it? Heck yes. I personally feel I am going to learn this. And here's what I told Patrick. I said, you know what? I'd be the first one to say, I am completely frustrated right now. I am so frustrated. It's not even funny. But in the past few months, I have become a much better quilter because I know that darn machine inside and out right now. I now know, like I am learning so much that I never would have learned from just having the computerized machine. I'm learning so many things. I know how to use this little thing, this TOA, which is amazing. I love this little guy right here. I'm learning everything about everything. I just knocked something and I'm hoping okay, I see what it is. So I'm not sad. I wish that I could figure all this out faster because it is annoying. I mean, I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna figure this thing out. I'm figuring this thing out. I'm not giving up. Sometimes I have to take big breaks because I have too much going on. I just don't have time to devote like 12 hours in a row to just sitting with the long arm. I just don't have the time. But I'm gonna figure this out. All right, let me just tell you. Let me get back to the comments. I see that Jackie is here. Jackie just finished the dinner dishes 20 minutes ago whenever I first started talking, and y'all been sitting there very patiently listening to me. Hi, Donna. Donna Bogart's here. Teresa Lynch. Stacy Baker. Christine is here. Oh, Christine, I have watched everybody. Honey, the things that are going on with this machine, I don't see anybody talking about this. If you actually do know that somebody's talking about their machines like traveling up and to the right or down and to the right or anybody, if you have anything like that and you actually know which video it is and want to forward it to me, I am watching it. But yes, I have seen Adam So Fun. That man talks about happy stuff going on with your pro stitcher and everything. He's not talking about hate your machine. Want to chuck it out the window? Watch this video. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's watching. Nobody's making that video. And I have watched. I'm still watching because I finally found the code, because like when you buy the baby lock and the pro stitcher and the blah blah blah, when you buy the whole shebang, I'm sure probably you don't even have to buy the whole shebang. I don't really know. They give you 2 years free of like baby lock lessons and everything. So I have been going through all of that as well. That's how I got to figure out that I gotta check on the encoders and I gotta, you know, do all this other stuff. I just joined the Pro Stitcher posse. They might be the ones who helped me with the encoder thing. I don't remember, because somebody did tell me, hey, go and join this. I want to say that it was Kim's mom over at Cotton Cuts, Kathy Bridges. I want to say it was Kathy Bridges who was like, go over to the posse. Anyway, I did join though, whomever it was that told me that. Hi, Sandra. So there you have it. So I'm going to sew for a little while. I got to go pick Jim up at the airport. He's been all over the place for like a week and a half. So I got to go pick him up. So I'll sew with y'all for a little while until I have to go. And then, and we'll see. You guys let me know. Is this time okay? Like if I have to move my Wednesday live to 30 minutes later, would that be okay for everybody? If I do it 7 my time, which is what we did tonight. Okay, so I did that one already. Now I'm making the other wonky star. That's what I'm going to start on. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it, but that's okay. I'm at least going to start on it tonight while we are here sewing together. And let's see. Sandra wants to know what she missed. Sandra, you gotta go back, baby. This is a great time. Awesome. Okay, we'll try to play this by ear and see if this is gonna work. I hope it's gonna work, and we're gonna see about it. See if I can't keep it up. If you are in piecing a reel, stay tuned because our benefits are going to change for the better. I'm going to be putting lots more focus. I know I've said it before, but I'm working in my head on what I'm going to do, and we're going to have a lot more going on in piecing it reel. And so that's going to be part of the changes. Any news on the job? Yes, so I got the job. And they're going to be getting in touch with me tomorrow with my schedule. Because because the first thing we need to do is set up like a training schedule. And listen, if you guys are... Oh, you know what? That's another thing I need to make a note of. Let me make a note here on my... I think I took my pen. That's all right. I'll use this one. I need to change my emojis. So if you guys are like... Because I know most of the emojis right now are all Halloween. So I'm going to change them. I'm gonna change my emojis. Oops. There's a little thingy on this pen. Haven't used it before, obviously. Update emojis. Okay, so hopefully I will remember to take that with me, and I can work on that tonight. I'm really excited. So we're gonna have like a whole nother set of emojis coming up. Y'all look out for that. I'll get it ready, and we will have another live tomorrow night at same time. I'll do 7 o'clock. And then hopefully tomorrow I'll get my schedule and I'll be able to set something up. And I'm going to start working on how everything is going to change, and I'll let you guys know. Maybe I'll put it in the community or something like that. and maybe also talk about it tomorrow night. That would be good. So, okay, so I have this guy right here, and then I need to put these in. I think I'm gonna do, let's see, what did I do? Let me go get the other one. I'm coming back. All right, this is the blue one that I did yesterday. So if y'all missed that, oh, hold on, I'm sewing. Sorry about that. Okay, so there's the one that I did. This is the first wonky star, and in our block of the month we have 2 wonky stars. So Patty says this has nothing to do with sewing, but an old high school crush of mine contacted me out of the blue last Saturday. Sent my heart aflutter just like a teenager again. I hear you though. Also, it's like whenever you hear from, you know, people that you may not have heard from in a while. It can be, you know, you're like, oh, I haven't heard from whomever in a while. I totally get that. All right, I think I'm going to flip this one around where I'm going to put... I'm gonna do it a little bit different so that it looks a little bit different, and I'm gonna just cut this out. So what happened? You might as well tell us the whole story. We want to know now, or at least I do. I want to know. I'm nosy. If you start a story like that, girlie, you gotta finish it up. Alright, so I'm going to have that one, and then this guy is going to go on the other side. Alright. How many of you guys are doing the scrap summit? My class is tomorrow. I'm excited. Probably gonna send a little reminder out to everybody. I'm still trying to figure out where it says what time mine is. They say that there's a place to find that. I haven't found that anywhere yet. I'm sure it's just me. Oh my goodness. So, Patty, why did he say he was calling? I'm just curious. Like, was there something that happened that made him... He's in Georgia, you're in Florida? Alright, but that's just geography. That could change. My new job is... it's Above and Beyond Sewing, and they have 2 locations. There's one in Littleton and one in Thornton. I am probably going to be in Littleton most often, but in the beginning I'm going to be training probably in both until I'm trained up. He found you on Facebook. Okay, cool. Patty says, I'm doing the swap. Were you guys all talking to each other about a swap? Are y'all talking about Lisa Marie? He said he hadn't forgotten you. Oh my goodness. I feel like we should all start singing like Blue Moon. Reminds me of on Grease whenever they would, I don't know. Anyway, don't listen to me. I probably got these very strange references coming up. That's so cool. That is so cool. Now we're going to have an update. Every time that we're on, you're going to have to give us an update, girly, because we now want to know. Did I? Okay. Rotary cutter. There it is. Oh, cool, Mary Jane. Thanks. I saw your comment on the Facebook group whenever I posted the little thing, so... Oh, cool. Oh, cool. And I'm kind of excited about all those patterns that we get in the bonus. Some of them look really cute. Tonight, I am working on the block of the month that I wrote for Piecing It Real. I'm trying to catch up. Oh, I think I sewed the wrong one on. Ah, poop. See, that's not where I wanted that one. I'm taking it out because that's not where I wanted it. I wanted it to be opposite from the other one. I wasn't paying enough attention. What did I do with my glasses? And I do need my... Oh, I have a... I think I have a little thingy right here. Where are my glasses? I have like 30 pair of glasses all over the place. I can't ever find them. But I have my chips. Let's move those out of the way. Well, oh, there's a pair. Found some. All right, let me pull these out because I wanted it to go. I wanted it to be opposite from the other one, and I totally sewed the wrong one on this side. Whoop. It could be a little difficult to take these stitches out the proper way or the fast way whenever my stitches are 1.0. So, but that's okay. They're gonna come out. They're coming out. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, I know what I was gonna talk to y'all about. How many of you, I don't know if Sean's still here. Sean, you may not be interested in this conversation. But how many of you ladies went on the hormone replacement therapy? Because let me tell you something. I think I'm doing it. I know that they always were talking, you know, like years and years ago. They were all talking about, oh, it's going to give you cancer. Well, breathing gives you cancer these days. So I don't really care about that because, holy cow. It's just, it's too crazy. It's absolutely too nuts. I'm over it, man. And then they're saying that this could like last for like years and years. Forget that. I'm done. Wait, where'd my little tweezers go? Jellybean. Jellybean is using the long arm as a hammock. I gotta get him broken of that habit, I'm telling you. Or I gotta put something over it or something. Right now, he's practically snoring on it. He's so comfy. I feel like I can't take him out of there. I know, I'm nuts. I know that I'm nuts. It's okay. I mean, it's just my quilt on there, so no worries, but yeah. It's probably not necessary for me to take every single little piece of thread out of there, but that's the crazy perfectionist. Okay, so I'm going to save that one for later. This is the one that I wanted on this side. So here I go. Starting again. Okay. Do 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 do. Hey Kim. I think I might have missed some other stuff. Oh, cool, Teresa. That sounds good. I've been trying to, like, get on there because she wanted us to go on there. Time is like an enemy for me. Oh, Sandra, I have not finished that yet. Well, no, I think I did put did I not put the, assembly for the piecing it real in Kajabi? Let me go check. I thought I did, but listen, I know that I just put in everything for the swap. Let me go look. Oh, hold on. I could look here. Yes, the assembly is in there. I don't think I popped an email around yet, but the assembly is there, and we're going to be starting to assemble everything on Monday in our sew-along. But holy cow, I don't know that I'm going to be ready. But I'm gonna start getting everything ready to do it with y'all. That's why I'm trying to sew it all as fast as I possibly can. Jackie says, LOL, sounds like my quilting. Sometimes squeezing in some me time is hard. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Sandra, I just put the patterns in today, this morning, for the swap. So you should see them. You tried it, Shelly? And Terry tried them? Okay. Well, I'm going to try them, and I'm going to see what happens, because I know everybody has different reactions and stuff, but I have to try something. Oh my goodness, yeah, everything is crazy. Sorry, Linda says, my cat loves my long arm too. I laid plastic sheeting on it, but he likes that also. I know, I'm gonna try. Jackie, your doctor recommended the herbal route. Did it work? Allergic to the patches. That's not fun. Hey, Kathleen. You fell down, you fell asleep? Yeah. Oh, good night, honey bun. You go take your little naps. Get some beauty rest. I love sleeping. I love sleeping. No way. Val says I'm on it. It is the cream. I have osteoporosis and I'm doing it for that along with calcium and vitamin D. You're 69. Okay. And I'm assuming, Val, for you it's helping? Yeah, I have to at least try it. I mean, because you know, not being on them is absolutely nutballs right now. I need to at least see if it's going to work for me. And if it doesn't, then I can try something else, but yeah. Yep. Okay, so now I've got the right piece sewed on. Do y'all want to know something? I just realized that the way that I did it the first time was actually the way I wanted it. Y'all, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Alright, I'm taking this one off now. What is wrong with my head? Honestly, like, what is wrong with my head? I wanted it that... Never mind. It doesn't even matter. I'm taking it off. Oh my goodness gracious, great balls of fire. You can't make this up. What was I thinking? Hold on. Yes, I wanted it the other way. I wanted it the way I did it the first time. Oh my gosh. For goodness sakes. It has been a long time since I've done something like this. So, yep, here we go. It was obviously time for me. It's going to take me like 14 hours to make this star. The first one took 1 hour. The second one's going to take 12 days. It won't, but... Oh my goodness. For goodness sakes. And I can't even say I'm tired because I did not... Well, I mean, I did work today, don't get me wrong, but I got plenty of sleep, so... Okay. Lordy be. Okay, let's go back to the way it was done the first time. For goodness sakes, how many times can I sew the same seam over and over? I don't know. Here we go. I'm going to try this again. And at least this time I know that this is really the way I wanted it. For goodness sakes. I'm going to have to washi tape this paper together because it's going to fall apart. It's already falling apart, really. Okay. Third time's the charm. Where's my... Need a little tiny piece of washi tape. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Do as I say and not as I do, peeps. Do as I say and not as I do. Alright. Smudgy, for goodness sakes, you are not going to die, buddy. You did have dinner and you've already had 2 snacks, so I don't think you're going to waste away. All right. Val says, I don't know because my regular doctor won't authorize a DEXA scan. The cream is from a neuropath doctor, which I pay for him out of my pocket. Insurance doesn't pay for it. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into that too, because I have a feeling that insurance doesn't cover... Honestly, why do we pay out the butt for insurance and they have so many things they won't pay for? It's absolutely ridiculous. I know that I've already gone on the rant with you guys about the Ozempic, but honestly, I'm gonna send a note to my doctor and say, can you just take me off it? Just give me something else. I am so tired of the runaround from the insurance company. I'm so tired of it. I don't even want to be on it anymore. Just, you know, they're giving it to people who want to lose weight, and so I can't get it. I need it for diabetes. So find something else and just put me on something else that a million people are not trying to use to lose weight. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't even want to be on it anymore. Even though it works like a charm. It works really great for me. My diabetes has been the best in for a long time, but it doesn't matter. Like, the insurance company does not care. They do not care that it's absolutely ridiculous. Oh my goodness. I can't even. Don't get me started again. I'm not starting again. Jackie, girl, I am just like y'all. I guarantee you. It's funny to me how, like, people go, I can't do paper piecing. I keep messing up. That's just being human, honey. That does not mean that you are not a paper piecer. You're still a paper piecer. You just made a mistake. We all keep making mistakes. I mean, it doesn't matter how many years you've been doing anything. You could still make a mistake. That's never going to change. So, I just think it's kind of funny when people say that. I'm like, no. See, that doesn't have anything to do with it. Alright, so I'm going to trim this up. Ooh, almost got myself. I didn't know. I caught it. That was close. Ew, my nose itches. All right. All right. 45 minutes later, finally got that side done. All right, which one? Maybe I could do, what time is it? I'm just going to talk for the rest of the time because I got to go get Jim at the airport. Sorry, kept making all those mistakes. Teresa says, I'm on Ozempic and it makes me sick. Oh, well, why don't you ask them for something different? I mean, if it makes you sick. See, it didn't make me sick. It just helped my diabetes like gangbusters. It works really well for me. But every time, like, first I was fighting with them. I was off of it because they wouldn't refill my prescription for like 2 months. And then I finally got it back, totally forgot about like going easy back on, and I got sick getting on like that because all of a sudden I took my 2 milligrams again all at once, and I had been off it for 2 months, and that was not fun. But that's not the way to do it. I just wasn't thinking. Neither was my doctor, because we had been in such a fight, we just weren't thinking. Right, Pam? It's amazing. It really helps if you're not getting sick on it and it's working for you. It's really amazing. I mean, it does a great job with my diabetes. My numbers have been like really great, but they won't fill the damn thing. So I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of fighting, and I literally want to call Aetna and say, and yes, I'm on Aetna, and say, like, you know what? Maybe you can pay to bury me instead. Why don't you just pay to bury me instead of giving me the medication that's actually working for me? I know, just go and give my medication to, I don't know, whomever. Kim Kardashian, whoever's trying to lose 2 pounds, whatever. Go ahead and give it to them. Yeah, just tell me I can't have it. No worries. It's just stupid. It's so stupid. And the thing is, I have no idea why doctors will continue to keep going with fad diets. If these people get off of it, it has not solved their problem. They are just going to gain the weight back. It's a fad. They are using it for purposes that it was not meant for. And they can't be on it forever. As far as I know, from what I've heard, there's been a lot of people who it does make sick. I don't understand. It makes no sense to me. Especially if you get to a point where there's now a shortage. Seems to me like the people who are using it for a medical reason should be getting it first dibs. Right? I mean, I don't understand. Don't get it. I don't get it. But you know what? I'm sick of it. Just take me off it and put me on something else. Find something else. Maybe we'll be able to find something else. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Patty, you had to wait to start it because there was a shortage because it was being used for dieters. Well, I think they're still doing it because almost every single time I try to renew it, I go through this. And the last time was the worst. And this time it's like, they say, oh, we've, like, you know, we're filling your prescription. And I'm like, oh, great. Next thing I hear is, we've sent a message to your doctor to change your prescription to something else. Did I ask you for something else? Why are you changing me to something else? Oh, I'm so frustrated. They want us using natural products instead of all the well, if we could naturally solve the problem of diabetes, I think we would have done that long ago. Oh my gosh, I can't even. Hey, Kathleen. Well, Kathleen, you know, that's not going to solve the problem for the people who want to just take some kind of medication and have it solve all their problems. You know, God forbid somebody should have to learn how to eat properly. I mean, I am not judging. Let me tell y'all something. I was overweight for the majority of my life, okay? And it's only going to make those people's lives harder because they can't possibly be on that medication for the rest of their lives. I can't imagine. Because remember all that other stuff? I remember whenever I was little and my mom was like, my mom went on some kind of crazy thing. Y'all remember that thing? I don't remember what it's called, but it like made your heart race 1,000,000 miles an hour. They ended up taking it off the market because it was giving people heart attacks. What was that? My mama was on it. And she lost weight. She did. But then once they pulled it off the market and they wouldn't let anybody have it, she gained the weight back. Because it never changed. She never changed her habits. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Terry, did your daughter just start taking it? Because I think that, because see, I've been on Ozempic for a long time. I've been on it for 2 or 3 years. And I think when I first started taking it, I would get upset stomach. And that was probably for the first, maybe the first month. Maybe like 3 weeks to a month that I was on it. And then it was fine. I was fine after that. Because you do have to, first they ease you on it because of that. And then also, Fin. Thank you, Shelly. That's it. And see, and then all it did, first of all, it killed some people. Secondly, when they took it off oh, it's been a few months already? Oh. It may be that it's not good for her. I mean, I don't know her. Listen, I'm not her doctor. I'm not her doctor. Her doctor can figure it out. But yeah, I don't know about a few months because I do know that some people were having like just a reaction to it and couldn't take it. But the thing with Fin is like, first of all, it was killing some people, and then they finally realized that it was, you know, not good for people. Took it off. I know that, and the thing is, people were so addicted to what it was doing for them, from what I remember, that they were trying to get it like in Mexico and stuff, right? Or maybe Canada, I think. Because you couldn't get it here in the States anymore. And the thing is, all it does is just ends up ruining those people's lives. If it doesn't kill you, then you know, you're going to gain all the weight back unless you figure out how to change your eating habits. And changing your eating habits is hella hard. I'm not saying that stuff's easy. I'm not. Absolutely not. But, you know, that's what works. That's what's going to do it for you, you know? And it is hard. It's hard as heck. I mean, I feel bad for them, but it's not going to solve the problem. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop now. Because I can talk for hours about that. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. They are finding people are having stomach nerve paralysis and their stomach won't empty if they've been on it long term. Even for diabetes. Because then maybe that's a reason, maybe I should just look a gift horse in the mouth and just say, yeah, just take me off it. Heck, I don't know. They're giving me such a hard time about it anyways. I'm fed up with it. There's got to be something else that I can be on that they'll actually give me that will work. I mean, for goodness sakes, it's crazy. I just want, you know, to be as healthy as I can. That's all. Whatever. Shelly says, yeah, I remember all the crazy news stories about that way back when. Sounded really scary at the time. Yeah. It can be done. It can be done, Pam. And honestly, I think that the biggest thing, because I see Patrice just said no dieting, is that you can't think of it as a diet. You know? Like you have, and like now, okay, I'd be the first one to admit, yes, I had gastric bypass. But I had it back in 2009. And let me tell you something. It is still, you still have to learn to use the tool. Because if you don't listen to your body, you gain all the weight back. And loads of people have. You truly have to change. And so in my head, or what I did was I just kind of, I don't ever tell myself that I can't have something. Because the minute I do that, I know how my head works. The minute I do that, I'm going to want it. And then I'm going to want it and want it and want it. I just don't do that. If I want something, I have it. But I just, like if I decide I want to have an Oreo cookie, I'm going to have an Oreo cookie. Maybe I'll have 2. But then I stop. And you have to just realize that you had it. And maybe make it last a little bit, you know, like don't eat the whole thing in one bite, you know, like take a few bites and make it last like a good like 20-30 minutes or something. You can do that. You know, you do have to retrain yourself, no doubt. But you just don't eat a ton of stuff. You just don't eat a ton of food. And that is hard. That, especially like if you're coming from like this point to this point, that's where the gastric bypass helped me big time, because it was getting to like I could lose on my own probably a good 40 pounds or so, but as soon as I would hit a plateau, I was done, and I couldn't do it on my own. I had such a hard time. So I sympathize with people who are trying to do it, and if you actually can do it on your own without like bypass or anything like that, then God bless you and count your blessings, because it's a hard thing to do. But you're also not going to solve the problem by going on fad diets and fad drugs and stuff. It's just not gonna work. Especially if you go back to the way you were doing everything before. It took me years to retrain myself, and I did have help, and I thank God for that help. I really do. But taking Ozempic is not going to solve your long-term problem, you know? I don't know. Y'all, I'm done. It has been 10 minutes over almost. Oh, I need to stop that. I hate whenever I go on like off on a tangent like that. I can't stop because I'm so passionate about it. It just drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Hey, Mona. You have no self-control? Girl, I didn't either. Oh, it was horrible. So I get it. I really do. It is hard to have self-control. But honestly, that's the only thing that's going to work. You just have to figure out a way to do it. You got to. That's what you got to do. Oh, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good going to the airport. Y'all, I think that honestly, because I'm picking up Jim so late, I don't think he's going to want to stop for dinner. I'm like so tempted to like just totally put my pajamas on and everything, put a big hoodie on, get all comfy, take my makeup off, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I can just like be all comfy driving to the airport, put my bun warmer on. Good night, Terry, and good night to everybody. I will see y'all tomorrow night. We're going to try shifting it to dandelion tea. Ugh, I'm not a tea person. I don't know. See? I'm the same as everybody else. I want a quick fix a little bit too. I don't know that I want to drink tea. Helps the body secrete insulin and tastes yummy. Okay. Love you, Kim. Love you, Pam. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night. We're going to push it back a half an hour. We're going to try to start doing this. I'm going to start it at 7 my time, which is mountain time. And I'll see y'all then. Hope you have a good night and a good day tomorrow. Mwah.